Hello and welcome. Today we look at the third eye chakra. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. That's a quote from David Thoreau. The color of this chakra is indigo. Its location, the center of the forehead. Its purpose, it's a center for wisdom, knowledge, insight, and imagination. The spiritual lesson it contains, understanding, reality checkpoint, detachment, and an open mind. The physical dysfunctions that might be experienced would be blindness, cataracts, glaucoma, conjunctivitis, left and right brain, balance difficulties, and sleep difficulty. The mental and emotional issues that might be expressed are fear of the truth, discipline, judgment, evaluation, emotional intelligence over intellectualization. The area of body that is governed by this chakra, there too, the eyes and the pituitary gland. A closer look at the physical dysfunction can give us clues about the underlying causes of the dis-ease. For the eyes, the eyes allow you to perceive the world through your sight. You experience your surroundings and are able to read others through their eyes. The windows of the soul. And they can read you. So it's hard to hide your feelings from others because the eyes are mirroring your inner self. Sight is more than just how well you see. It is also linked with how well you perceive, discern, feel, and know. There are many causes of blindness. Blindness could be caused by genetics, a disease process, or emotional trauma. Cataracts can be caused by poor diet as well as an effect of aging. The lenses of the eye becomes cloudy and sight is blurry. It could symbolize fear of the unknown future and withdrawing behind a cloud or illusion that nothing is really changing. Glaucoma is a buildup of pressure caused by the fluid in the eye and causes tunnel vision. The fluid, or tears, blocks the drainage canals. Ask yourself, are there unshed tears building up, and is this affecting your clarity? Tunnel visions is seeing only what is right in front of you. Are you afraid of seeing the whole picture? Are things changing too fast for you? Eye infections could represent infecting your feelings. What are you seeing or witnessing that is upsetting? Other things to consider would be, are you crying and is grieving as much as you need to? What needs to be brought into the light and seen? And are you avoiding issues and causing your sight to go dim? Looking now at the pituitary. The pituitary gland is called the master gland of the endocrine system, and that's because it controls the functions of all the other endocrine glands. The pituitary gland regulates the release of adrenaline into our system, and this can cause sleep difficulties. So, the third eye is usually symbolized as an eye between the brows. It symbolizes inner wisdom and discerns the truth. It is associated with the mind and development of the higher consciousness, perception, intuition, and insight. This third eye sees beyond the limitations of self and human existence to transcend to the awakened mind. Balance between mind and heart is very important in this chakra. Without this balance, you cannot transcend into the awakened mind. Heart exudes compassion while the mind offers wisdom. Wisdom is beyond the obvious and conventional way of thinking. It is often a realization of your own flawed thinking, which then leads you into a greater understanding. Wisdom gives compassion direction, and compassion gives wisdom insight. The two aspects must be in balance. A balanced brow chakra merges the left side where you compute and analyze with the right side where you're artistic, creative, intuitive. That's where those gifts are situated. The two archetypes for the chakra then are the intellectual and the intuitive. The intellectual overthinks and overanalyzes life experiences, theorizing about everything rather than being in sync with the cycles and flow of energy. The intellectual tends to suppress feelings rather than face and experience them because they may be overwhelming to it. It wishes to remain in control, and feelings threaten the illusion of control. This makes joy and happiness almost impossible. It does not listen to its own inner voice, which tells it to slow down, relax, and enjoy life. It gathers information and opinions from others, relying on that information rather than its own wisdom. It doesn't trust its own inner knowing and intuition to guide it through life. It is an overthinker, and this leads to excess worry and stress. It has trouble going outside the box and repeats patterns rather than expanding and trying something new. Doing something new would mean facing the unknown, unfamiliar, and confronting fear and doubt. It tries to master chaos by living only in the left brain, but chaos is a necessary part of life. You cannot grow without it. Instead, you live a very limited existence. The intellectual attempts to rationalize and think its way through life and doesn't trust its own feelings or allow guidance from inner knowing. Without learning how to adapt, ground, and allow the chaos of change, it never learns the miraculous nature of human existence. It prefers to manage life in a controlled, fixed, and rigid manner. The intellectual needs balance. It needs to accept feelings and see change as an opportunity for growth and exploration. Balance requires blending of thoughts and feelings and grounding both to the earth and in relationships to others. Responding to life in a healthy manner by valuing personal experiences, acknowledging its inner knowing and compassion, it can embrace wholeness. The intuitive has access to its deepest knowing. From this depth of self comes wisdom. This archetype has wisdom and the gift of inner sight. It trusts this sight to guide and give direction to its life. The intuitive has patience, faith, deep trust, and love. These qualities allow it to travel through life's painful and difficult circumstances. It believes the universe is benign and is simply sending it the circumstances it requires. Everything holds potential for goodness, even if in the moment it seems negative. Nothing is random, and there is a higher purpose and reason for each situation to unfold as it must. It trusts that it is necessary for negative experiences as a catalyst for growth. Thus, everything happens and in alignment for the greatest good. The intuitive is using its gifts of wisdom and insight to guide its life and to help others reach greater awareness. It understands that we are all connected, that separateness is an illusion, and thus helping another is really helping itself. The intuitive serves to connect others in higher consciousness and spiritual awareness through its guidance. It accepts the flaws and strengths of human nature and understands that limitations are part of a human existence. It encourages others to grow and develop to full potential, supporting and loving them through the process. It knows everyone has lessons to learn. It uses its inner knowing to decode symbols and synchronicities, understanding that the subconscious mind reflects the outer world. It knows that its thoughts create reality and that it will draw to itself the experiences that it needs for growth to occur. These experiences will not always be pleasant. It looks deep within, understanding that inner peace requires trust, faith, serenity, and acceptance. The intuitive knows that peace comes not from the outside, but from within. I hope you've enjoyed the journey through the